Ravi was a 15-year-old boy who lived in a small town where life was simple but often difficult. The houses were small, the streets were dusty, and most families struggled to earn enough money for their daily needs. Ravi's family was one of those families. His father worked as a rickshaw puller. Every day he rode his old rickshaw through the crowded streets, carrying passengers under the hot sun. By the time he returned home at night, his back ached and his hands were full of blisters. Ravi's mother worked in several houses as a cleaner. She washed dishes, swept floors, and sometimes cooked food for the family she worked for. She left early in the morning and returned in the evening, tired but still smiling for her children. Ravi understood their struggles even though he was still young. That is why, after school, he didn't spend his time playing like most boys his age. Instead, he went to the bus stand with a small box of biscuit packets. He would walk around calling out to passengers waiting for buses. Biscuits, fresh biscuits. Some days he sold many packets. Some days he barely sold any. But every coin he earned helped his family. One afternoon, the sun was burning hot. The buses were late, and the crowd had become thin. Ravi felt tired, so he sat down under a big tree near the bus stand to rest for a while. As he leaned back against the tree, his eyes noticed something near a bench, a black leather bag. It looked expensive and completely out of place in that dusty corner. Ravi looked around. No one seemed to notice it. He slowly stood up and walked closer. His heart began to beat faster. He picked up the bag and held it in his hands. It felt heavy. Again, he looked around. Still, no one came forward. With shaking fingers, he slowly unzipped the bag. Inside were bundles of cash, thick bundles, more money than Ravi had ever seen in his life. Should I take it to the police? What if someone comes looking for it? But another voice appeared inside his mind, a voice filled with temptation. Maybe this is your chance, your only chance to escape this hard life. Ravi's hands trembled. He closed the bag and looked around once more. No one was watching. Slowly, he picked up the bag and walked away. That decision changed everything. For the first time in his life, Ravi had more money than he could imagine. The next few days felt like a dream. He bought new slippers to replace his torn ones. He bought bright t-shirts from the market. He ate samosas and drank cold drinks without worrying about the price. Boys who had never noticed him before suddenly started talking to him. Ravi, come sit with us. Ravi, buy us a snack. Ravi, you're lucky these days. Among those boys were Arjun and Samir. They were older and known for spending their evenings playing card games for money. One evening, they were sitting together when Arjun looked at Ravi and laughed. So Ravi, he said, you have money now. Why don't you try your luck with us? Ravi hesitated. He had never played for money before, but the others cheered him on. Come on, it's easy, you might win. Finally, Ravi agreed. At first, luck seemed to be on his side. He won small amounts of money. The boys clapped and laughed. See, Ravi is lucky. Ravi began to feel confident, even powerful, but slowly, something dangerous began to grow inside him. Greed. The games became bigger, the bets increased, and luck began to change. Soon, Ravi was losing more money than he was winning. But instead of stopping, he kept playing. He believed the next game would bring his money back, but it never did. A week later, the bag that once felt so heavy was almost empty. Ravi's hands shook as he checked it again and again. Finally, he turned to Arjun. Can you lend me some money? He asked quietly. Arjun laughed. Bro, we're not here to fund your losses, he said. Handle yourself. The same boys who once welcomed him now ignored him. The same friends who enjoyed his money walked away when it was gone. One evening, Ravi sat alone at the bus stand again. In his hand was an empty biscuit packet. His new slippers were dusty. His bright t-shirts no longer felt special. And the bag of money was gone. At that moment, Ravi understood something painful but important. Money that comes without effort disappears faster than it arrives. That night, Ravi went home quietly. He could not change what had already happened, but he could change what happened next. The next morning, he returned to the bus stand with his biscuit box. Biscuits, fresh biscuits. It felt strange at first, but this time Ravi had a new plan. Every evening, after counting his small earnings, he saved a few coins in a bottle hidden under his bed. Some days it was only 5 rupees, some days 10, but he never skipped a day. Week after week, the bottle slowly began to fill. One afternoon, while selling biscuits, Ravi noticed something interesting. Near the bus stand, a man had set up a small sugarcane juice machine. People gathered around his stall every day. The machine crushed fresh sugarcane, and poured sweet juice into glasses. Passengers loved it, especially in the hot weather. Ravi watched the stall carefully. He noticed how many glasses the man sold every hour. An idea formed in his mind. If he can do it, Ravi whispered to himself, then maybe I can too. From that day forward, Ravi became even more careful with his money. He stopped buying unnecessary snacks. He saved every possible rupee. Months passed. The bottle under his bed became heavier and heavier. Finally, one night Ravi counted the money, 3,000 rupees. It was the biggest amount he had ever saved, honestly. The next day he went to the market and bought a small second-hand sugarcane juicer. It wasn't new. It had scratches and worn paint, but to Ravi, it looked like opportunity. He placed his tiny stall under a large banyan tree near the bus stand. On the first day, he sold juice nervously. Some customers came out of curiosity. Others simply wanted a cold drink in the heat. By the end of the day, Ravi counted his earnings, 120 rupees. He smiled. It was not a huge amount, but it was honest. Day by day, the stall became more popular. Passengers began to recognize him. Give me one glass of juice, Ravi. Soon the line at his stall grew longer. By the third month, Ravi was earning more than 400 rupees every day. His hands often smelled of sugarcane and sweat. His clothes sometimes became sticky with juice. But he didn't mind, because this time, every rupee he earned came from his hard work. One afternoon, while Ravi was busy serving customers, someone familiar approached the stall. It was his school teacher, Mr. Verma. The teacher looked around with surprise. Ravi, he said, did you start this stall yourself? Ravi smiled shyly. Yes, sir, he replied. Then he added with quiet pride, no shortcuts this time. Mr. Verma nodded with respect. Around the same time, a girl from Ravi's class named Neha stopped by the stall. She recorded a short video of Ravi working hard, smiling, and serving juice to customers. Later, she shared the video online. No one expected what happened next. Within a few days, the videos spread across the internet. Thousands of people watched it. They admired Ravi's story, a boy who made mistakes but chose to stand up again and work hard. Soon, more customers began visiting his stall. Some people came just to support him. Some came because they were inspired by his determination. Now when Ravi walks through the market, people greet him with respect. Shopkeepers smile and wave. Passengers recognize him. But Ravi has not forgotten the lesson he learned. He knows that money can come and go, but hard work, patience, and honesty build something much stronger, a life that no one can take away.